What's good, Brook Mob? It's your boy BrokkBoiPlay's here, back with another one, with another KCD video. Our journeys has led us to, what is it called? Ladichko. No, yeah, we're in Ladichko right now, and finna get this started, you know. Got the blacksmith already.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Have you ever heard of him?
Sure.
What?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinek.
Ah.
Damn.
You wouldn't happen to know where he is, would you?
I don't know nothing.
Wait, why they call it Riki?
Don't you at least know where he
Does he
usually
stink or
goes?
something?
It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Watch your tongue, peasant. I'm an envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and this is an official investigation. Stop trying to put me off, and tell me where your son is right now.
I apologize if I offended you, young man. But still, I don't know where Hinek is. He turned up at the house a while back, but then he vanished again in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went? What?
Look, it's been clear to me for a long time that my boy was headed for the gallows.
Why?
I'm still his father, right? And you can't expect me to rat on my own son.
hurts.
If you value your son's life at all, you better pray I find him, because I'm not the only one looking for him.
That's no surprise. But what of it? If you're here on behalf of Sir Radzig, there's nothing waiting for Hinek but the gibbet.
It doesn't have to be that way. If Hinek cooperates, he can save his neck.
I can't say you put my mind at ease. But to hell with it. I'll tell you what I know. All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching.
Oh.
He
Really?
boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods. He never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing.
For real.
Thank you. Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away.
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
Probably the blacksmith.
No.
I said blacksmith.
But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin.
I was gonna say trader.
Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
All right.
What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. Hinek never told me nothing.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
Yeah.
I reckon. What do I know?
I'd like to talk to you about your Hinek.
I'm very busy, so make it quick.
Do you at least know any friends he's with, or someone he goes to see?
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks to him.
No one at all?
No, no one. Tanning and currying stink, you know. He has nobody but me, and you can see how he treats his old man, the ingrate. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, please, try and find him.
I will, sir.
Good day to you. What do you need?
So you know this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
Why?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company.
Makes sense.
I've
why
never
they
heard
call
a
him
good
Riki.
word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old
That's
crew?
crazy, bro.
He's as cantankerous as a hog.
The
in
way
a
I
corn
use
room.
that word is
You won't
not
talk
like
to
you
anyone.
stink or anything. It's like you're Puerto Rican. You know, you Rican, you know?
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
It's crazy.
He's a tanner,
It's
isn't he?
rude.
If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough. But not
Nice.
every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Yeah.
Well, Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
he stinks and he stinks.
Why has he got such a bad name?
I see.
Well, Like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Ratai for thieving. And in Neuhof, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
Can you tell me there's not a single person who talks to him?
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
I noticed the targets. Are you an archer by any chance?
I notice you're asking questions. Are you the Inquisition by any chance?
No, I'm Henry, of Scallops.
From Scallops.
Man, rude.
I'm that
But
from
true.
here. Why are you so curious about the targets?
It's just that I sometimes try my hand at archery too.
Try your hand, do you? I know plenty who do. When you can score as high as me at chumps, then I might be impressed.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what is
Never
chumps?
played chumps? And you call yourself an archer? All right, Henry, listen up. Chumps is a game for real archers. It tests your strength, stamina, and accuracy. And it can be a nice little earner. Unless you're, well, a chump.
So
See
what
why it's
exactly is
called
it?
Chumps.
I'll tell you. A bunch of logs are floated down the river. Then you count to 20, and the archers run along the banks after the logs. At the end of the
Interesting.
course, someone collects all the logs and counts the strikes. Whoever has the most, always meaning me, wins the bout. Each archer has 20 arrows with their own colored fletching, and the contest ends when the last log floats through the finish line.
Sounds like good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fun? My friend, it will bring you out in a proper sweat, and you'll be well pleased to hit just 1 or 2 blocks. So
Hey,
how
man,
about
I need to
it?
practice.
Fancy a bout?
But
You'll
not
need
right
your
now.
own bow, but I'll supply the arrows with colored fletching.
Sounds interesting. Maybe some other time.
Well, if you ever want to gamble away pots of money, just ask.
Why they do
morning.
that, bro? Is it because, like, I don't really be making that much noise?
I
That's
heard
probably
you've been
why.
seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. It's not my business how you live your life.
I'm glad to hear it. Some folk don't care for the way I make a living.
I can imagine.
So, what about you then? You look a bit careworn. A bath with a bit of company might do you good.
Maybe later, sweetheart. Right now, I have some questions to ask.
Ask away then.
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
Again, she says.
From time to time.
Oh, okay.
What the hell does he get up to there?
Hey!
I don't know.
Look, Hinek's my friend, and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
But I already told you I don't know where he's got to.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
Mushrooms? No. More like hares or other game.
So Hinek is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
For real, bro.
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
Sorry about that, guys.
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding. in the western corner.
All right, thank you.
Interesting.
Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money?
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
So you only felt sorry for him?
Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Hinnick thinks differently, but that's how it goes.
I found out that Hinnick goes poaching in the woods and he's got a hideout there. What do you know about it? Don't worry. Hinnick has much bigger problems than being caught poaching. And you're not involved in it anyway, are you?
No, I'm not. It's true he used to go hunting in the woods sometimes. When he came back, he'd usually come to me. That's all.
How did you know he'd been to the woods?
He always talked about what he caught, and he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Sold it to?
He never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon. It makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't think there's any butchers here, so...
Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp, 'cause he always brought me freshly chopped firewood, and he had wood chips on his boots.
Good. So at least I know where to start.
Nice. This channel's been very, very helpful.
Good day to you.
Good day to you, too.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinnick.
And ask someone else. They've nothing to do with Riki. He'd only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinnick's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Riki is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
Yeah, it is.
All right, all right. But give me
Hey,
your word of
speech.
honor. You won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So, what do you want to know?
Absolutely nothing, sir. Interesting. Interesting, this Riki fella. Sir, through the place. I mean,
Mercy.
Damn it. He won't hold out for long.
damn, he's like dead. Man.
Help me. Please.
What happened to you?
Ranson and his people. They found me.
Where did they go?
I don't. No.
I'm looking for those bastards who attacked Neuhoff. Where can I find them?
They've got a camp.
Where? Come on, tell me.
I don't know. I've never been there.
So how do you know about it? Who told you?
My mate, Timmy, he was there. But they might have got him by now.
Where can I find him?
He works the
That's
wind
crazy, bro.
area. Unless they
We let
killed him already.
we let the trail go. It's too cold, bro. That's crazy.
What can I do with you now?
Help me. Please.
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know anyone like that.
Swords away, sir. That's crazy. I'm just saying that's just so crazy, bro. Like Bull's like, cause the first time I played this job, it wasn't like that. I caught up to Riki, you feel me? So you know, he was alive. I'm pretty sure the first time I played this, I turned him into, I sent him to the Rate jail. There was an option to save him, and then the second time I played this, John, I saved him. Like, I just forgot that he had the part to play, and let him go free.
I'm looking for a Colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
Listen, someone wants to kill him. I have to warn him.
My God. So it's true then. That idiot's got himself mixed up in something dangerous again.
All right, but not here. We'll talk round the back, behind the mill.
Here I am. So, why all the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
Can you tell me where to find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do you care so much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, you see, and he's always getting led astray by his no-good friends. And now there's some right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know, but they look like cutthroats, and they said some strange things, but I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway. Tell me where he is, and I'll take care of him.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
Oh snap, we got these people. Moorcock. Morlock. What was those? Those cronies. Murloc.
Get the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we could help each other.
Maybe.
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
That's interesting. I'm also looking for a big ox called Timmy.
Well, what are the chances? Could it be the same fellow, I wonder? Now, if someone were to tell me where to find Timmy, I might offer that man a job. We could use a smart fellow like that at the camp.
You have an encampment somewhere?
Well, sure we do. And no shortage of coin if you're ready to earn it.
Where is it?
Interesting.
Ha! All in good time. First, prove we can trust you. Help us find Timmy.
All right, I'll tell you where he is.
Really? Why would you do that?
We're all Christians here, aren't we? Why not help thy neighbour? Especially if he pays 2 score groschen.
Ha!
For real.
You wouldn't be my cousin by any chance. I'll give you 2 dozen, no more. Half now, and half when we find him.
Deal. He's at the Colburn's farm.
Right back where he started. Are you yanking my pizzle?
No.
Well, excuse me if I take that with a grain of salt. I'll just leave Radan here to keep an eye on you. For your own protection, you know. Come with us if you got the stomach for it. If not, come and find us in the Summerpesh Tavern when it's all over. Or we'll find you. Nice to see you, Timmy. How goes it?
What?
Haven't seen you around for a while, eh?
No? Well, I
hope you haven't forgotten us, Timmy. We've been thinking about you.
Man, thinking about it,
me
bro.
too.
Man, I'm wet
I
dreaming about
was
it,
thinking about you. I was, thinking that I'd go and see you fellows and,
That's all right, Timmy.
Work'll do that.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Look out! There's an enemy here!
So we meet again. I was hoping you'd help us out with Timmy, but never mind. Tell me, though, why were you looking for him?
I wanted him to tell me where to find the man who hired him for the Neuhoff job.
Neuhoff job? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm looking for the people who torched the farm.
I see. And why is that?
I heard they pay well.
It's true you've shown what you can do. Timmy could testify to that. If he was
alive.
To pieces.
That's crazy.
Maybe I do have a job for you.
What kind of
At least
job?
I got one of their people.
The kind of job you don't ask too much about. And the less you ask, the more you get paid.
Why not? Asking questions never got me anywhere anyway.
Glad to hear it. Go and do what you have to do, and then come and see us at the camp. And be prepared to stay there a few weeks.
Okay.
All right. But how do I find that lair of yours?
It's an abandoned village. I believe it used to be called Pribyslavitz. If you go upstream, along the creek that flows into Rovna from the north, from the woods, then you'll eventually get there.
Thanks. I hope I can find the way.
Oh, and if anyone gives you trouble, say I sent you.
Your name?
Well, then at least tell me what they call you.
Moorcock.
Moorcock.
Henry.
We'll see you at the camp then.
Greetings. What business have you?
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Uzhitz. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
I went to Uzhitz, where they told me I could find Lubosh, only someone had murdered him. It seems they're trying to cover their tracks and get rid of witnesses.
Indeed. The whole affair's becoming ever more suspicious. Have you any further clues?
I found out about another one of them, a crony of Limpy Lubosh's. They call him Riki, and he comes from Nadechko.
You're doing a good job, but you need to be careful. Have you found this Riki fellow?
I'm afraid my news isn't good, sir.
I might have expected as much. Tell me the worst.
This Riki fellow was hiding out in the woods, and his former accomplices really did want to kill him, because he, Limpy Lubosh and others deserted them in Neuhof. It seems they wanted no part in the killing. Anyway, Riki told me they were hired by a bandit they call Runt. He's the one who stole your sword. Those murdering whoresons weren't after loot. They just wanted to do damage. And the worst thing is, they have an encampment in the area, and they're getting ready to make more trouble.
Sakra. Anything else?
That's all I've found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
I managed to trick one of them into agreeing to take me into their camp.
Indeed. That was quite a feat, but I don't want you taking risks like that. Alone in a camp full of cutthroats. I don't like the sound of it.
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We really need to find out more. Could you go back there and try to discover anything that could help us in the assault? The more we know, the better. And if you could carry out some sabotage while you're in there, it would be invaluable. But don't take any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you.
Certainly, sir. That is... I'll do what I can.
That's what I like to hear. You'll be our eyes and ears, lad. Our success will depend on what you find out. Go, and get back here as soon as you can. Meanwhile, I'll muster my men.
I'll find out what I can and be right back.
What is this place? I don't know what I just stumbled across, but that shit looks weird.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember the first time I did this, when I was first played this game, and I was doing this mission, I didn't understand how to sabotage people, and I couldn't sneak in or do any of that stuff. The only way I could have snuck in was, like, I guess, upgrading my sneak level to, like, I think up to 10, and then I just walked in.
Yeah.
I just walked in there, but like it was at nighttime and it was raining, so I had the raining thing too.
I can't understand a damn word you're saying. Is there a man called Moorcock? Moorcock. Yes, that's right. Moorcock. Take me to him?
Rendben, oda vezetlek hozzá. Ő majd foglalkozik veled.
Alright, let's go. Shit's kind of crazy, bro. Because, like I said, last time, bro, I had to upgrade my stamina, my stealth. And I came here when it was raining and it was nighttime, so, you know, I was going kind of stealthy. But I still got discovered, though, many times. To the point where I just said, fuck it, and just went through with the whole fighting thing. I got what I could have gotten, and the rest I couldn't do. But now,
big fight, but not much cover.
See, look, I can get all this information from just walking around. Nobody trying to kill me. Like, my dumbass didn't even think to do that last time. Go see Moorcock and chill with him for a little bit. Learn some stuff I gotta learn. And get that sword back and kill all these people. Some burn notice infiltration shit right here, bro.
They can see a long way from that steeple. And those archers up there.
What are you
Send me!
What the hell is that?
Do you have anything to say?
I didn't do nothing wrong. Let me go.
Nem csináltam semmit. Engedjetek el.
Ez hazugság! Az egész az ő hibája volt.
I heard you had some trouble with our human brothers.
Kiprovokálta a harcot, amikor a cimboráival leszúrtak 2 ember.
He started fight. His friend killed 2 men.
Just even dogs, sir. Don't listen to what they have to say.
For the last time, Sigismund's mercenaries are guests in our camp, and we treat guests as our own.
Mi itt vendégek vagyunk, ezért tisztelettel kell, hogy bánjanak velünk.
Igen, ennek így kell lennie.
How do you want to punish him?
Milyen büntetést tudod számolni?
Engedd szabadon. A többiek emlékezni fognak rá.
Let him go. Others will remember it.
You let these dogs tell you what to do, and you call yourself a...
Damn.
No more unnecessary fighting. We are one camp, one army. So fucking remember that!
Okay, we will. I mean, I will.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Back from scouting, sir.
Excellent. What have you found out?
There's an overgrown, ruined village in the woods where they're dug in.
That sounds like Pribyslavitz. It used to belong to Sir Divish before Havelmedic attacked and torched it, and then imprisoned Divish. It's been left abandoned ever since. I was hoping they wouldn't be so organized. Earthworks and fortifications. That's quite a different matter from routing some rabble out of the woods.
Tried to count them.
And how many of them are there?
Bro, there's
Bear
a
in
lot.
mind I'm relying on what you say. We'll have to call for reinforcements, and that's no simple matter. Every man that comes with us will be lacking somewhere else. And I don't want bandits pillaging some other town because there's no one left to mount a defense.
A lot of them. I couldn't even count them all.
Christ. We'll have to gather armed forces from the whole region to defeat them.
Yep.
Even if it means leaving towns and villages unprotected. Every able-bodied man will have to come with us.
No.
It's mostly bandits in the camp. They're not villagers with pitchforks, but not regular soldiers either.
No more than I expected. I have no fear of them. But underestimating the enemy can be fatal.
There aren't just bandits in the camp. There are Cumans too, quite a few of them.
Cumans, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell did they come from? Could Sigismund have left them there after he raised Skalitz? This is looking more and more serious.
I took a look at their arms and armour. They're not a proper army, but they're equipped quite well.
What about archers?
There's a few of them and they're positioned well. If we charge them head on, they'll probably do us a lot of damage.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yep.
It complicates the situation. Dealing with them before the battle would be the best option.
They're up to something in the middle of the camp. It looked like they were making several long ladders.
Ladders? That sounds like they're planning a siege. I like this less and less.
Yeah, bro.
On the other hand, we can use that to our advantage. If we can capture those ladders, we can use them to scale their own fortifications.
That's about all I saw, sir. I didn't notice anything else.
That's all right. Did you manage any sabotage while you were there, as I asked you?
Managed to destroy some of their arrow supplies, so they'll have less ammunition.
Well done. That's just what we need.
I managed to slip poison to a few of them. They should be too sick to fight.
You're as cunning as a fox.
Yes,
We need
sir.
more like you.
That's all, sir.
Don't worry, Henry. You've proven yourself an excellent spy.
Yes, I have.
I need you to go to Sir Divish in Talmberg and tell him to send Captain Robard and his men to our aid. There's not enough of us here in the camp.
You can rely on me, sir. What should I tell him?
Tell Sir Robard to bring all his men, leaving only a minimum guard at the castle. And to send a message to Sir Hanush to send his men too. I'll leave our camp almost empty as well. We'll need every man we can muster.
All right, I'll get going.
And be quick. We've no time to spare. God be with you.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
God save, my lord. I hope things are peaceful in your fiefdom.
Peace? Peace is rare in these times. But right now I'm more troubled by politics than warfare.
What's wrong?
The monastery stalled the purchase of stone and everything connected to the building project. And now I find out it's because of the quality of the stone blocks, or so they say. I don't believe a word of it. It looks like profiteering to me.
What do they say is wrong with the stone?
Supposedly there was an accident when one of the stone blocks broke loose,
dude.
fell, and killed someone. But the quarrymaster swears by all the saints it isn't possible. He says he sends only the best stone, and I believe him. He's reliable and an experienced quarryman.
Profiteering? What's the monastery trying to accomplish?
To lower the price. What else? We've already given them a fair price, and they still delay with payment. Or worse.
Worse? You mean they'll stop paying completely?
You could put it that way. They're looking for an excuse to back out of the contract, and find another quarry where they'll be able to secure a more favorable deal.
And is anyone dealing with the problem?
Well, my chamberlain is in charge of it, as always. But all he's done is send them a letter. He says putting more pressure on the monastery could provoke them. Those are his words.
So there's nothing else that can be done?
I don't know. I've been thinking about taking a more direct approach. But I expect the chamberlain won't even hear of it. He'll just keep on sending them polite letters and hoping that does the trick.
I could help with this.
Do you think this is a job for you? You aren't even in my service.
I do serve Sir Radzig. He knows he can rely on me when he needs me, and I've never let him down.
This is true. So do you want to go to Sasau and ask about the stone?
Yes, I'll do it.
Good. I'd like you to ask about the stone and keep your ears open. See if they aren't talking about another quarry.
I'll do my best. Hopefully they'll talk to me.
They will. You ride in my name, so don't forget to remind them of it.
Okay. Sir Radzig sent me with an important message. He asked for reinforcements.
He needs more men? What's going on?
The bandits and Cumans have set up camp in Pribyslavitz. They're preparing for something. Sir Radzig wants to mount an assault on them, but he doesn't have enough men.
Hang on. Easy now. From the beginning. What happened?
I managed to track down the camp of the bandits who raided Neuhof. But it's not just a gang of brigands, more like a small army in a fortified encampment. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure they're getting ready for something, and Sir Radzig wants to destroy them before they get a chance.
So it's worse than I thought.
a little bit more.
But Sir Radzig is right. We should do something about them before it's too late. I'll send my soldiers.
Sir Radzig said to take all your men and leave only a minimum guard at the castle.
What? We can't leave Talmberg unguarded.
We've no choice, sir. The bandits have an awful lot of men. Sir Radzig is leaving his camp almost empty as well. He even said you should send word to Sahanish to send his men too. We need every man we can muster.
All right then. Sir Radzig knows what he's doing. I'll muster the men and send them with Captain Robard in command. Would you lead my men there right now?
Yes, sir.
May God be with you in battle. May the
buddies.
I'm glad to see you, Captain Robard. I hope Henry's explained everything to you.
He did, but I find it hard to believe. Who could possibly put together such a significant military force, and right under our noses?
I don't know.
We'll just have to
Sir
find out,
Robard.
but I don't think we will until after a battle. If we don't deal with them now, who knows what they'll be capable of in a week or two.
I agree entirely, my lord. What's the plan?
Right, lad. We're almost at the place you described. Now we'll have to advance cautiously. I need you to tell me how it looks around the camp so I can decide which side to lead the attack from.
Sir, that's a big responsibility. I don't think I should...
I asked you a question, boy. You've been there and seen everything, so speak up.
True. There are 3 ways to get in. Directly along the straight path to the camp, the long way round through the woods and over an old weir, or by a narrow bridge over a deep ditch.
Let's start with the direct route. That sounds like the easiest approach. How does it look there?
That path leads round their battlements. It's fortified and patrolled. The chances are they'd shower us with arrows on the way.
It's a good thing you're here, Henry. We'll have to try another way then. What about the approach through the woods and the weir? I don't like the idea of marching such a long way over rough ground, but if it's the better option...
It's a long way through the woods, and there are patrols there as well. They'll call the alarm before we reach the camp.
I thought so. What about the last approach, over the bridge? It's a bit narrow for my liking.
It's narrow, all right, but once we get over, we can quickly occupy the best ground for a battle. We only have to take down a few archers.
The battleground sounds inviting, but that bridge and the archers... It's not an easy decision. Each option has its pros and cons.
Yes, it does.
I try to answer to the best of my ability, sir.
And you'll be suitably rewarded for your efforts. From what you say, the route over the bridge is the best option. If we're fast, we'll have the advantage. With the help of God, we'll win this day.
For to take the siege. Baptism of fire, bro. Started that, John.
Boy, you've been there and seen everything, so speak up.
True.
There are 3 ways to get in. Directly along the straight path to the camp, the long way round through the woods and over an old weir, or by a narrow bridge over a deep ditch.
Let's start with the direct route. That sounds like the easiest approach. How does it look there?
That path leads round their battlements. It's fortified and patrolled. The chances are they'd shower us with arrows on the way.
It's a good thing you're here, Henry. We'll have to try another way then. What about the approach through the woods and the weir? I don't like the idea of marching such a long way over rough ground, but if it's the better option...
It's a long way through the woods, and there are patrols there as well. They'll call the alarm before we reach the camp.
I thought so. What about the last approach, over the bridge? It's a bit narrow for my liking.
It's narrow, all right, but once we get over, we can quickly occupy the best ground for a battle. We only have to take down a few archers.
The battleground sounds inviting, but that bridge and the archers... It's not an easy decision. Each option has its pros and cons.
Yes, it does.
I try to answer to the best of my ability, sir.
And you'll be suitably rewarded for your efforts. From what you say, the route over the bridge is the best option. If we're fast, we'll have the advantage. With the help of God, we'll approach from the south and storm them over the bridge. Form up. Forward march.
Let's go! We end this, bro. We end this. We're going to battle, bro. Now we should know a little bit about combat.
To the bridge, quickly! Get to the other side, as many of you as possible! Hold your position there! Some of you take the left flank, attack two places at once! Halt! Stop where you are! Not one step back!
Let's go. Let's move on. I feel like we have way more people now, so I mean we're definitely gonna take this, and I'm not sitting now.
All right, man, the way's clear. Up and up. Ow! Those archers before we're all shot!
Yeah.